Hello and welcome to the Little Yarra Steiner School. My name is John Stewart and I'm fortunate enough to be the principal of this beautiful school situated in the Yarra Valley about 80 kilometres northeast of Melbourne city centre. We have just started a fantastic building opportunity to develop a brand new $1.8 million preschool complex. And in light of this fantastic opportunity, we thought we'd put together a little video just to showcase the amazing work done by our preschool faculty.
I think Steiner teachers see the child or the human being as quite like a sponge. They absorb everything around them. So the environment that we place them in, we want that to be very harmonious and gentle and warm and inviting and safe.
A child is like a small seed full of potential going into their later life, just like a small walnut has the potential to grow into this giant, beautiful, strong tree. So is the child a seed in early childhood. So if we nourish that seed properly with love and warmth, then they're able to grow strong and into the purest sense of their being.
Within the kindergarten, it's very much created to be like a home environment, so that the child goes directly from home into a Steiner kindergarten, and it's quite a seamless transition in a lot of regards.
So the environments that we have here create this beautiful soft space for them to flow in. Typically the colours are of a softer palette and the furniture and the toys are all natural.
And the toys that we use are either wooden or they're all nature-based, so there'll be materials made out of yarn or natural fibres, and it allows the children to have open-ended play. So a piece of wood could be a boat one day, it might be a truck the next day.
When we look at the materials that they have to play with, it's all open-ended, so they have to use their imagination. You know, the resource doesn't tell them what to do, they have to come up with that from their own imagination and their own creativity.
Well, the purpose of play is everything. It's the foundation really of the whole kindergarten experience and what Rudolf Steiner thought as one of the most important things for early childhood.
So they naturally go into play, and through their play they learn and they discover. There's more learning that comes through interacting with others in the group. So social development occurs just through learning about sharing resources in the room.
And I think, you know, sometimes I look out there and I see the builders of the future or the engineers, you know, and you can just tell what they're going to be doing later on, you know, and you see the mathematicians who sit there and sort all the crayons into colour, just all that categorising.
The focus is very much on rhythm, and the rhythm carries the children through the day. So it eliminates the need for the teacher or the adults in their environment to be constantly talking at them. So there's this beautiful flow of rhythm.
So for each day we have a food that we have and we have an activity on a specific day. The structure of each day is the same every day with a different food and a different activity. The children will come in and say, I knew that it was bread roll day, because they can smell the dough, and then we all make a bread roll together, and then that would be our morning tea.
But every day has a natural flow to it to hold the children in a rhythm. So there's always a creative element, there's always song and dance in our morning circle. And it's really important that we sit and eat together for morning tea and lunch, and we prepare those foods together as well.
Certainly in early childhood, we don't read a story to children, we tell the story. So we as teachers memorise it, and then it comes, you bring it into yourself so that it's a part of you. And then when you bring that to children, it's alive. You know, it has a living quality that you don't get when someone reads you a book. And we'll often do that with puppets as well, or story characters. We use a lot of traditional fairy tales and also Indigenous stories and nature stories, and we make up our own as well to suit specific needs, whether it's something that we see as a need in the group or whether it's something that we see an individual child struggling with, and we will write a story to help them with that. Like last year, I was going to take the Ring of Rosies on walk day at the end of for the last term, and I had a few that were runners. I was a little bit nervous they were going to do a runner, so I wrote a story about a kookaburra who flew too far from home, and I had all the way up until Christmas, I had long after the story had stopped, I had one of the children flying around telling me she was a teenage kookaburra everywhere we went, so they resonate to story. It really lives in them, I think. And then when they get into the point of primary school where they start to learn to actually read and write, they've got this wealth of information, imaginative stories that they can draw on, and their language skills are really developed, which then helps them learn.
Just as the daily and weekly rhythms are so important in the kindergarten, as are the festivals in marking these yearly rhythms for the children. If there were two things that all children that leave Steiner early childhood setting remember their whole lives from the experience, is birthday celebrations and the festivals, because it's just the accumulation of the excitement, the stories, the songs, the decorations and the baking, everything that we've been doing leading up to that point.
Often people have a lot of concerns about bringing children from an environment that's outside of a Steiner curriculum or Steiner environment, and that they won't fit. But I think really we've never ever had I've never come across any instances where there hasn't been a beautiful embracing of somebody new.
We hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. If you'd like to find out more about what our school can do for your child, look us up on Facebook, on the internet. We look forward to hearing from you.